So today we're talking with Marty Schreck with Hitachi HighTech Analytical Science, which is going to be exhibiting at SUR in June. Marty, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
Yes, great. So first of all, everybody, the name Hitachi is world known, but talk about what you do, what this division does for the finishing and coating industry.
Oh, well, I am the America's Coating Thickness Product Sales Manager. Mm-hmm. And Hitachi has an array of analytical instrumentation in the coating thickness world, in the bulk instrumentation world. And we manufacture stuff for measuring coating thickness, measuring your precious metals, whether looking at precious metals like 14 karat, 18 karat gold. We have other instrumentation, which is called a thermal analysis line, mm-hmm. which is, people are familiar with that. And we also have our SEM line. So we have our OES, optical emission spectroscopy. So our group covers anything you need to do in your analytical lab, material analysis lab.
And I know thickness measurement is good for two things that I've always heard is one, you want to meet spec, making sure you're putting enough on, right? Second, when you're dealing with some precious metals, you don't want to put too much on, right? I mean, you want to make sure, right?
That's right, because especially in the coating thickness world now, with like circuit board manufacturers and semiconductor, where they're using gold, they're using palladium, some of these high-priced precious metals. If the spec says 4 microinches, they don't want to go on the high side and and say 6 microinches, because if they're doing a lot, they're giving away a lot of money.
Right, so exactly.
Accuracy, precision, accuracy, and speed are key in this market industry.
Right. And I want to get into what you all are going to have at your booth there at Surfing. But first, it's funny is that it seems like this testing and some of your products, it's gotten so fast, right? It's gotten so much faster than it has, even 10, 7, 8 years ago, right? I mean, it's really picked up. It gives shops and gives finishers and coaters a very quick answer, doesn't it?
Right. It gives a very quick answer. And a lot of that has to do with new technology that is, speed.
Yeah.
Well, the reason is on speed now with new technology and detectors and whatnot. Then back in the day, you used to have to take 30 seconds, put in some filters and whatnot. People are familiar with that in the XRF world. Now with these high resolution detectors, we've cut that speed down to like what used to take 30 seconds could take 10 seconds.
Right. Exactly.
And in the work field, in the manufacturing world, time is money.
Right. You don't want to be a bottleneck, and that's great. Well, let's talk about this new product you're going to be having at the booth, which people should be stopping by, the FT230, which is, XRF analysis. Tell us more about that and all that it's going to do, all the new features.
Well, the FT230 is in the works for years. And finally, we have a platform now that's going to save people time and money. 72% of setup time, 72% of testing time is lost on setup and setting up your instrumentation to measure what you want to measure, right, in your products, in your process. So what we've done, we've tried to eliminate that and make it simple, one screen operation. So you don't have to go through from this screen, go back to this screen, go to another screen. Everything is right there at your fingertips.
Right.
And that saves a lot of time in setup for our process.
Right. And like I said, that's probably why it's, some shops and everything don't want to really get into it, because it takes a lot of time for that. But like I said, to streamline that operation, especially when a lot of companies, shops and everything have, reduced workforce, they're they don't have enough people to run their shops. This is something that will really help them be very productive, doesn't it?
Yeah, big time, Tim. And for lack of better words, people are always asking us for that term. Well, we want to make it, I hate to use the term idiot proof, but try to make it idiot proof as much as possible, as much, to reduce the amount of interaction that an operator has to do with the machine. They don't have to think. They just come up, put their part in the machine, and hit start.
Right.
So now with the FT230, we've made that possible with some of our new features in there called Find My Part. The operator can just come up. They can put their part right in the machine, hit Find My Part. It finds the part. It automatically uploads whatever calibration is associated with it, whatever program files, and boom, all they have to do is hit start.
Right.
and they're ready to go. They don't have to go looking for a calibration. Do I use an XYZ program? What type of data reporting am I using? It's all connected and linked together.
Right.
So we've tried to make it as simple as possible for our users.
Right. And as you said, this is one of your few new products that you all come out with. It sounds like you all have really done the testing to make sure that it really works and says what it does what it says you're going to do, and really is a benefit to a shop, not a hassle. Some things people buy can be a hassle, but you don't want to make it a hassle. Like you said, you kind of want to make it turnkey. It works right out of the box and gets going.
And that's been our biggest goal in this whole process. We've done a lot of voice of customers, VOCs. What do you want? What are you lacking right now? And we've taken all that feedback and put it into this system. And all our years of experience from, a bunch of us come from various backgrounds from different companies, and we've used various other competitors' systems. So we know from the past what people want, and we've come out with this new platform, the FT230, and I think it's going to meet everybody's needs.
Great. Well, like I said, and in the meantime, they can go to the Hitachi website. We'll
Correct.
link there to go and read more about it. But definitely, like I said, to go to Surfing, stop by your booth, see what that. I'm sure you have some good demonstrations, and then
Yes.
and be able to really help these shops become more efficient and really, like I said, save money. I mean, because if you don't need to put that much on, you don't need to put that much on. So
That's right. And, they can come by our booth. We'll give anybody a demo that they want. They can contact us ahead of time that they're coming by. And the product launch is available to watch now if they'd like to go to our website and see the product launch.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Marty, thank you for joining us, and I will see you there. I'll stop by and see that the FT230. I will see it there. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for having us. Thank you for your time.